Okay, so there's a bit of a setback, you know.
You sent
Okay, so setback. Okay, so I was at 42 subscribers, but apparently YouTube isn't exactly a fan of people getting on multiple accounts and subscribing. So so someone did that. Not naming any names. Gotta stop doing that. I want this to be a study stream. Yes. Hey Liz, how's it going? What it do, Liz? Can you hear me? How are you going this nice September morning? Just give me a second. This beautiful Friday, the end of the week, finally. How are me? How am I? Oh, okay. Well, so there was a. You're okay. I'm Goose. I mean, in some sense, we are Goose. No, it's not. No. Yeah. Basically, you finished your school. I thought school finished at 3. I don't know. Maybe this is like the new school stuff, where it's like it finishes at 11 instead of 3. Maybe that's just me showing my age. You're homeschooled. Oh, okay. Nice. Lucky. Man, what I wouldn't give to be homeschooled. Especially with the adverse experiences I had. Oh, man. I don't really think my parents had had the patience for me to be homeschooled. And honestly, it's for the best. You ever seen have you ever seen my mom help me with homework when I was a kid? Yeah, no, I can't. They can't. They cannot. I mean, as for how I'm doing, I mean, well, I came across a little bit of a setback, you know? The goal here was to get to 50 subscribers. It's been 6 years. Man, must be nice. The goal here was to get to 50 subscribers, but apparently, YouTube isn't exactly a fan of, I think, fabricated accounts. And it's something that, it's not, it's not, it's not anything that I did. I don't know, maybe like something that some of the viewers in my stream did. He really wanted me to get to 50 subscribers, which, but I'm almost there. Yeah, but I still need 8. I still need 8 strangers to come along and give me a chance. Give little old me a chance. Try doing it in shorts? You know what? Maybe. I mean, obviously the long-term goal here is to get to 1,000. If I can get to 1,000, then it will embolden me to essentially do something with it, like say start a Patreon or create an art book and do a Kickstarter. How can I do live though? I mean, one thing I do is that I download Streamlabs on my computer, then I, record, like, then I, live stream myself drawing and painting, and that's what does it. I've done shorts before. It gets viewers, but I don't know about subscribers. HMINTR. Interesting. I mean, I don't know. I think this is just part of the game. It's like, for a while, when I started this off, a lot of my streams is just me talking to no one. But don't worry, it will come. Thank you. I just hope that it comes sooner. Because if I can I do your profile pic in your art style? I mean, maybe. Probably. Maybe. You know what? Sure. Why not? And then, like, when I'm done, you can, screenshot it and, make it your new profile pic. Though heads up, if I'm going to draw. If I want to draw your profile pic, I'm most likely going to do it in a 2D style. Hope you don't mind. He was at church? Live. Sorry about that. Wait, so what denomination are you from? I was raised Catholic. I think I still am. But, I don't go to church as much as I should. Or at all. And, I was like Catholic. I was confirmed at the age of 13. And I went through my first communion at I think 11 or something? I think it was 12. Where is my... Where is it? Where is it? I'm looking for some reference for the style thing. Sorry for the Oh, there she is. There she is. Alright, let's get back to it. You go to a Hispanic church? Pentecostal. Okay. My church is Hispanic too. I live in a Hispanic neighborhood. I have to say, I am jealous of the black churches. Yeah, I'm not for Latino, but still Latino. They get to, sing, dance, Meanwhile, we have to, just basically, Madara, how's it going? We have to, basically, just stand there and be silent. And the priest has to basically say the Bible verses. And then we sing the same songs. Gospel music is, it's like Kanye West to Chance the Rapper, bro. Like when it comes to gospel music, they are just amazing. It's a shame that that's rare in church music. Got an A3 sketchbook at school? Nice. You know what? If you're asking what grade I'm in, I am in no grade. I finished. I finished school a long time ago. Not a long time ago. 4 years ago. Just gotta pin this. I mean, Liz, like, I don't know, you haven't been in school in like 6 years, but like, it's like it's homeschool, so it doesn't exactly count, right? No? Homeschools. I'm not saying homeschool doesn't count, I'm just saying, Yeah, well, I'm not old. I'm not old. I'm not saying homeschool doesn't count. I'm just saying it's like you haven't, like, I don't know, homeschool counts. So you're still in school. I don't know what I'm saying sometimes. You're still in school. I'm not. I'm done. I'm finished. Not the same. Hopefully I didn't offend, like, I don't know. I'm still, I'm still fresh in the morning. Give me a minute to boot up. You talking about you little haven't stepped on school grounds? Okay. Back home, okay. But it's still school, man. Still school, man. Yeah, no, it's been a while since I work at schools. That kind of counts, but it's like, I've been to school, but I've only been to school for like the sole purpose of working. What job do I have? I work part-time. In the summers, it's full-time. Basically, what I do is I essentially I'm an after school I'm an after school group leader, which is I think it's a more dignified way of saying I'm an after school counselor. Dignified way of saying I'm an after school counselor. Yep, interesting. I mean, it's not the most highest paid job in the world. I get paid like $17.50 an hour, but it can be rewarding. I don't know, it just came in, came out. Came in, came came out like a ghost. He's gone. I know, but it can be kind of rewarding. I remember. I remember one time I was watching over this little Chinese in my group. I had like first grade. I was watching over this little Chinese girl by the name of Olivia. She was your nose is still running? Well, catch it, bro. Catch it. Get it, You better go catch it, Better go catch that nose. Terrible dad joke aside. Basically, Teacher Appreciation Day came. And for some reason, her mom gave me like a $50 gift card for Amazon. And I was like, wait, why did I receive this? I am not a teacher. But, I guess, like, why did I receive this? I'm not a teacher. But, I guess, like, that little girl liked me that much. So, and then what I essentially did was, I thought, I have this $50 gift card. Why not? And so, I used it to buy an art book. Yes, it is. And it is sitting in my bookshelf right now. Frank Frazetta. Always a classic. I think she's obviously in second grade now. When I move on from this job, I don't know, it might not be quite, but I'm not sure about how. Yeah, it is. It is. When I move on from this job, and I hope, and hopefully make this a career, it's obvious that I'm going to be like, she's like one of those. She'll be like one of the kids that I'll be wondering about. It's like, like I'll be in my like 40s or 50s. I'll be older than I am now. And I'll be like, how is Olivia doing? How is so-and-so doing? I hope they're doing okay. Because they're like, in these moments, even after you graduate, like, there will be people that for some reason, they stick in your mind. They'll be like the people that you remember, the ones that you think about, even after you're gone. It do be like that, A good act of kindness. I don't know why she had to do that. I'm not a teacher. I'm not a teacher. I don't have a master's in education. I'm just a goofball with a useless fine arts degree. I don't think I'm suitable to teach kids anything. See, I think the scare. I mean, what is it not accurate? You know, when a kid that comes up to me and is like, Mr. Jacob, I want to be just like you, I immediately start panicking. It's like, oh no, I ruined this kid's life. What have I done? It's like, no, child, don't be like me. Be successful. I want to be just like you. It's like, no, don't be like me. I'm not worth it. You're sweet and kind. I mean, I don't know. Some people think I'm mean. And, you know, I think one of the hardest parts. Of essentially dealing with kids is patience. Because sometimes, like, they just, they're kids. They're not, it's like they barely listen to you. And and it's like, they just do too many, like, they do not think when it comes to their decisions half the time. And it's like, sometimes you have to raise your voice, you have to be a bit mean. And it's like, God damn it, stop doing that. Get down from there. Stop acting like you have an IQ of 40. Come on, get down. I mean, I don't know. There's some tough times that I had to deal with some of the kids that I work with. I remember, first year of working with kids, there was a very emotionally volatile kid. Let's call him Dean. And Dean would often, do very, very questionable things. Like, say, I think one time, Dean got so mad for some reason, he took a cup full of crayons and pencils and threw it at another kid's face. Some of these pencils were sharpened, mind you. And honestly, I'm kind of like, it's like, I'm kind of glad that kid was wearing glasses, because if he wasn't, it would have been an entirely different thing. I had to send that kid down to the office. It was insane. Completely insane. I tried it out. Some of the kids say I can be mean, and I don't know, maybe I should take that more to heart, I don't, But at the same time, it's like, don't say anything, man. It's not, it's past. It passed. Dude, I would commit war crimes for a coffee. I would commit heinous acts of violence just for a coffee. you know, it's don't say anything, man. Gotta go. You need to eat and clean. All right, do your thing, man. Do your thing. It's your life. For coffee, yes. For coffee, I am quite tired, actually. I overslept, yet I'm still tired. I have a problem. See you on the next one. See you on the next one. You don't know what to say to that? For coffee is crazy. Well, I'm so tired, man. I need a pick-me-up. Sometimes discipline isn't enough. Sometimes, you know, you're just tired. Bye. And now I'm alone again. Man. Do I still draw the PFP? You know what? We'll save it for a different stream. Okay. be perfect. It just has to exist. It's a study, not a portfolio piece. Remember that. I'm talking to myself. Damn. She didn't even like it. She didn't like the video. I should have asked. Anyway. day, slow day. We do it even if the days are slow. I'm gonna be on. Moth, you're back. It's been days. How's it going, Soul Moth? You finally graced my stream. You've put an end to this curse of solitude. Ah. It's so nice to have a visitor in the dungeon. I actually made it again. Wait, what did you actually make? I'm curious. Pretty good. How's your day been? It's been alright. Slow so far, but you know. Discipline. You gotta thug it out. You grind even when the days are slow. No matter how many times you wanna put a pickaxe through your head, you gotta do it. How else are you gonna rage against the machine? How else are you gonna dunk on AI bros? You know? Hold on. It must be some god. It must be defended. Like I made it to your stream. Oh, of course. Thank you. I'm flattered. I'm flattered. How's your day? Okay, so I think maybe if you want more details, my day has been, well, I'm gonna go back to work in I'm gonna go back to work and possibly a week. Well, not a week. Out next week. I see I've made some masterpieces. Why, thank you. Yes. You know, of course, over here we have a study of a woman, and then a study of a man, and a study of a woman in a hat. I'm going to sell this off to a fine arts gallery, and they're going to give it to a very rich man so he can perform money laundering. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Peak content. See, yes, you understand the vision, bro. You understand the vision. Peak content, type shit, you know what I'm saying? Man, I'm talking like I'm 13. It's like I'm 25. What am I doing? Oh, for real? That's so cool. Why, thank you. What is? I'm 25. What's your lingo? Thank you, homie. No. Thank you. No. I don't know how old are you. I can't call you that. You know what? Thank you. I'm just gonna screw fitting in. I'm just gonna be myself. Thank you. Thank you for recognizing. they are. It must be something with the internet, but they pretty much are lied. You know what? I don't know why I'm so. Dead set. I mean, at the end we can still communicate. It could be like it could be like a time zone thing. Give me a second. I mean, apart from this, I'm also working on another thing for Lightbox, and I'm also doing this. Oh yeah, you live in the UK? So what's oh, okay. So what's beans on toast like? What's it like having free healthcare? What do you think of Rishi Sunak? You know what I'm saying? It's like, since you live in the UK, I mean, it's kind of like, it's like I never really had someone in the UK before. Like, yeah, this is essentially what I'm working on, and I don't know where to go with this, but what I really want to do is do something on the par of this. Like, I've seen some reference. I really want to do something on the par of this. Basically, just, you have Guts over here, looking badass as per usual. Then Skull Knight. Right there. Looking ominous, looking ancient, looking also cool. But right now, I need to work on something else. Also, I've been also thinking of like what to do with Gwen and this Sister of Mercy over here. Now, the painting that I'm the most insecure about is the Sister of Mercy. Because, I don't know, I feel like the way I'm rendering her, it's not, it just feels off to me. Like, Mop, what do you think of like this? Like, do you think this is good? Do you think this looks good? Or does this look off? I mean, granted, I should be... No. You know what? No. The last thing I should do is ask for the opinions of, like, of professional artists. Although I really do, because they're better at me. They're better than me. But I am making art for regular people, so like, what do you think? Any thoughts? Does she look cool? Does she look like a woman? Can you tell that she's a she? Because if not, then the study session was very much needed. It's great, really. It might just be overthinking. Okay. Uh huh. You know what? Fair enough. Many artists do that. Yeah, well, Yeah, no, yeah. It kind of makes sense. Yeah. I just want to not, I just want to not stink, you know? But sometimes, like, one thing, it's in my quest for not being trash at art, sometimes, like, I would essentially go to the Art Students League and I would, do life paintings with decent artists. And the reason why I do that is because, like, it's like in the back of my head, I knew that if I surrounded myself with people who are way better than me at this stuff, I can pick up, being better at painting through osmosis. Oh, but Mop, I'm actually kind of curious. Like, how is it across the pond? Because, like, I've always wanted to visit there. What is it like? Because, like, right now, things are crazy in America. It's okay, I guess. I don't travel so much, so I can't really compare. Fair enough. Fair enough. I want to visit Cascadias one day. It seems lovely there. Oh, Cascadia. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't know. Damn, I don't know. That shows, me being a. I don't mean to sound like a typical American, but I didn't exactly know that Cascada was an actual country. But what is there? What can I find at Cascadia? I don't know. Is that like? Come on. Let me. I'm actually gonna search it now. You got me curious. Cascadia. It's a bioregion. Oh, it's right by. It's right by Canada. I think. All right. I don't think it'll take much for me to visit there. It's a bioregion. It has tons of mountains, forests. Dude. Alright. Alright. Yeah, it sounds like a sick hiking trip. Somewhere you can take the Mr. or Mrs. Nah. It's better. Don't have a partner? Me neither. Me neither. Looks like we're both in cell now. Stop. Me too. Me too. I think cousins. I don't know if I would take my mom. I don't know. I kind of have some, I have some bad memories. I don't hate my mom, but it's like she's like, she's a very like, loud, combative person. It's like I remember one time in Canada, I wanted to see the big letters that was near a tourist spot, and then she just started yelling at me, and like girls were there and they were watching, and I was embarrassed. It's like, God damn it, Mom, the girls are hot Canadian girls are right there. Please don't. Like, ah! It's like, I mean, it's a petty reason to not take your mom, but You know, it seems like a good reason. It's like, why won't you take me? Because you're cramping my style. Okay? Remember Toronto? You yelled at me in front of the girls, Mom. In front of the girls. She worries about me a lot. Fair enough. In front of the girls, Mom. God, no, yeah, I know I never really had a chance to begin with, but come on, give me some hope. I just wanted to see the letters, man. I want to see the letters. Girls were there, they were talking. I don't know what's with Canadian chicks, but I don't know, they were pretty attractive. And then next thing you know, boom, Mom was yelling at me. And I was like, God, Mom! They're right there. Stop. No. Man. I don't know. If I could take any family member, I'd probably, hype. Yeah, exactly. Hype me up, Mom. Be a wing woman, okay? You want grandchildren or not? If you want grandchildren, this is how you get it. Alright? Now help me. Play a position. If I could take anybody, probably between like my dad or my sister. I don't know, my dad he wanted to, okay, are we right back? Okay. You know what? That's great. Cause kind of need a break right now. I think I need to take a walk around the room, crack my toes, maybe get like some water or like some iced tea to get the energy up. food? My God, man. What is it? What are you consuming right now? Is it beans on toast? I'm sorry. I know it's like, you know, hey, beans on toast, huh? So funny. But like, you are from the UK, and you know, I couldn't resist. I can't use black, so I'm just gonna take this. Boom, bada bop, boom, pow. That looks like green. I meant multiply. No beans here. Currently inhaling pasta. Okay. Nice. Nice. Yes, dude! Alfredo? Is it fettuccine Alfredo? Is it, you know, angel hair spaghetti? Lasagna? Oh wait, no, hold on. Man, I'm sorry, I can't. I cannot with this music. I need to change it. If I have it playing, I am going to fall asleep. Let's get some metal. Let's get some metal. Let's get some metal. How about, you know what? I don't know. How about this? Dark fantasy synthwave. Better. Conchiglie. Conchiglie. Right? No? It's obviously not how you pronounce it. Alright. Conchiglie. Mamma mia. It's still tasty? Good to hear. Good to hear. What does that look like? Conchigliano? We'll search it up on the internet. Oh, that thing. Okay. My favorite dishes? Cowfoot stew. That's the first one. Cowfoot stew. Basically, you basically take some cow feet, you broil it, overnight, then you cook it some more, and then you serve it with rice. Pata de vaca. I'll type it down. Pata de vaca. Pata de pollo. No, pata de pollo. My bad. And yeah, pata de vaca. It's really good. It's amazing. Pata de pollo, basically chicken feet stew. Easier to make, still delicious. And tostones was basically just flattened fried plantains. Or fritos. Fritos. Who else? What else? What else? What else do I love? These are very, very immigrant foods. I could say pizza, but that's like such a basic answer. It's like, yeah, who doesn't love pizza? Alfredo, pasta Alfredo, that's obviously a big one. Jerk chicken's pretty cool. And what else? What else do I enjoy? All right, salmon, fried salmon. That's pretty good. Put that with some rice and some string beans. And it's perfect. I also like General Tso's chicken. If it weren't for my amazing metabolism, I'd be what the kids call big back. Which is just a Gen Alpha way of saying you're fat. Yeah, same. Yeah, food. Why must it be so delicious? The youth these days with their language, yes. You know what the worst part about this stuff is? It's like whenever you tell them you're 25, they just act like you're old. And it's like 25, they immediately call you Unk. And it's like, Unk? I am not there yet. Okay, if I'm like, give me like 20 more years. Give me 20 more years. Let me have like 2 kids, 2. then yes, I'm an unk. I'll accept that title. Because by that point, I'll probably also be an uncle. But unk? Unk. See, nah. Nah. I refuse to be disrespected this way. Call me unk. Must be out of your mind. You must be on that fent. You got me bent out of shape if you think you're gonna call me unk. There are people at my job who are older than me. But I'm unk? That's wild. That's just wild to me. Ugh. Yeah. Mom, if you're still here, can you do me a favor and like this video? Just give this video a thumbs up. This would help me out in the algorithm. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Man. Those kids, man. Those kids. Got me in an uproar. Call me unk. Call me an unk. Ridiculous. Yeah, me too. Me too. There's a plaid sweater that my sister got me for my birthday. It'd be nice to wear that again over my my uniform. Makes me feel stylish. I'm a winter person. I do not like the summer at all, like not in the least. It's sticky. I have to constantly use a fan. It's not fun. I do not like the summer. Not one bit. Like the sun just gets in your face. The best people are winter people. I don't know if I'm the best person, but you know, I'll take the compliment. I'll take the compliment. I'll take that compliment. Yeah, I think I'm better equipped for the sun. I am Afro Latino. I'm black and Hispanic. You know, and but I don't know. It's just like sometimes just gets so hot that it just beats down on you, and it's just like it's like it just makes it hard to do your job, especially working with kids. And you just need to, you know. I was camping with you were red. That's hilarious. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be like, you came back home. It's like it's like I just imagine like you in that situation. It's like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory when that, you know, when the when the um when the athletic girl basically just grabs a piece of bubble gum, starts chewing it, and for some reason she just, you know, turns blue. The sun doesn't like you. I don't think it likes any of us. The sun, like, it gives us cancer. But then again, you know, we're the third rock from it. The best, you know, the best, we're the, you know, the perfect length from it. Like, imagine if there was life on Mercury. Imagine how tough that life would have to be to withstand, like, this amount of heat from the sun. All right. I think this concludes the study. I'm gonna have to move on to something else. Cause like humanity and the sun, I don't know. Okay, so this is this is the Frankenstein project for Lightbox Expo. Now, we have two Dr. Frankensteins. As per usual, thank you. Thank you. This one's the one I'm on now. And this one is the one that I was on yesterday. I did not like this one at all. I looked at it, and then, you know, as I was working at it, I was like, hold up, wait a minute, this is hot garbage. Let me try again. And so I tried again. And here I am. Alright, so I'm gonna render this up a little bit, clean this up, render a little bit, and then I'm going to make some variations, and that'll, at least through that, I've been making some progress on the project, and sorry about that. My feet are just, I don't know, looking quite ashy today. My feet are just, for some reason, it's just like, they're just weak. Okay, so I think I might have to come up with some different like faces for him, because essentially this is like 1700s, like not England, Germany, and I don't know, when I think of him, I think of like a pale, pale, I think of him as pale. But that's neither here nor there. I just gotta clean this up a little bit, render this out, just polish it a little bit, flourish. I'm gonna have to fix the shoes a little bit. They look messy. I mean, yeah, the more pale he is, the more Tim Burton he'll feel, but at the same time, it's a very gothic story. Like, Mary Shelley, her entire, life, it's kind of depressing, but it's true. It's been defined by death. And, it's like, one, it's like her mom passed away before she was born, and she kind of has this feeling of sorrow over that, where it's like she's been, she never really had a mom. Jesus. Not to mention, I think, she lost her son, stillborn, miscarriage, and she lost her husband. It's just, she's been taking L after L after L, and I'm making an answer for no reason. And so, if I make him pale, it just feels like the right decision, making him pale. Yeah, it's really messed up. It is. But it's life, especially in that time, where medicine wasn't exactly all that advanced. Science was just getting its start, I think. Well, not okay. That's not exactly when science was getting its start. I think there were a lot of places. It's the history of science is more complicated than that. I don't really think I should be speaking on science, seeing as I don't know, maybe I should, it's they're Christian scientists. But, I'm not trained. I'm not trained. I'm not with the with the academic, you know, I'm not with the I'm not with the shits academically, you know. I have never published a peer-reviewed scientific paper on anything, nor do I wish to, nor do I want to. Because it sounds insanely boring. And honestly, I feel like I'm too dumb for science. It's like if you put me in a lab, we might end up with, like, you know, with the Last of Us disease, or like the, if you, yeah, it is. Now, I'm not knocking science. Like, robots and quantum computers are pretty cool, but you know, it's just, you know, I'm just, you know, I'm just saying. You put me in a lab, bro, I might screw up so badly. I'll cause the next zombie apocalypse. It's like, you put me in a lab, we'll have another pandemic. You're personally dreadful at mathematics. I mean, I'm not that bad at math. Although, I think one thing is that one accomplishment that I did have was that I did make it to the honor roll that one time. But like, I was at like the very low end. I barely made it. You know, I was like, you know, I think in the honor roll we had like a pizza party, and I was there, and I was, you know, I was trying to like make friends with everybody, but you know, it's like joke after joke after joke. It just wasn't landing. And so I was like, you know, it was just awkward, and I was just like, you know, yep. I just quietly ate my pizza. And the one thing I regret was not taking more. You have a fear of zombies? Well then, F you. Why are you streaming during school? I'm not in school, man. I am I am gra I've graduated long ago. I'm done. I'm out the school game. I am out the school game. I am literally too old for it now. I'm 25, bro. Imagine me, a 25-year-old, in a high school trigonometry class. I know, you're in school though? Why are you here, man? Like, you might get in trouble. Might get in trouble. Get less attention. You know? I remember lunch detention. Man, that was rough. Then again, lunch detention, strangely peaceful. I don't know. If it, basically it's like, instead of hanging out with your friends, you just eat your lunch in a peaceful, quiet place. It's lunch right now. Hey bro, show me to your friends. No, I'm sorry. No, I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding. think every lunch, what I would do is I would like eat my food in like the classroom. I don't know. Like hanging out with your friends in the lunchroom is cool, but if you just want some time to yourself, eating eating lunch in a classroom is a must. Granted, you have to find a teacher that isn't annoyed by you, which thankfully I did. Mr. Pozetsky, Miss Staten, Mr. Lee, Mr. Weinstein. But for the, I think, thankfully I had quite a small friend group. I think, I don't know, I think in high school, I may or may not have had like a big friend group. Like, it's kind of weird. It was like it was like an interconnected web of people. It's like, at first I was friends with this person, and then he was friends with that person, and that person, like he doesn't personally know me, but he knows that because I'm friends with this person, that I'm a possibly cool person, and so he's now my friend now, and it's like it just went on and on and on, and like it was something. I mean, in middle school, I had virtually zero friends. To go from that to from like middle school to having like almost zero friends to high school to having like an almost it like an interconnected friend group of people is it was always new to me. And then high school, then like college came, and I don't know, that was different. That was very different for me. And now I think now in like the real adult world, friends, I think most of your friends, like, I don't know, friendship is a bit, is a bit flimsy now. The one thing you can do, like, it's like if you wanted to make friends, yeah, you're gonna have to basically you're gonna have to basically have some kind of hobby. Like, if you're, yeah, a lot of people fall out of friendship when they leave school. Dude, yes, yes. And that is true. That is very true. Because I remember, I think, for me, like my sister, for some reason, she never really had a problem holding on to her friends from high school. Me, I haven't seen any of them in years. Like Max, Bree, Megan. Who else? When. I've seen some, but it's like, it's awkward. It's just awkward, my guy. Like, it's like I met an old high school buddy. Yeah, I don't know. And in retrospect, I don't think I want him as my buddy. Guy was kind of a jerk, you know. But basically, on my way to work, a friend, quote unquote, that I had, like, he sat right in front of me. And he didn't say hi once. Like, I don't know if he didn't recognize me. He probably did. Like, he did. Never said hi once. Not once. It's like, he looked different. His hairline was kind of receding. You know, back in high school, he used to have like a full head of hair. Now, you know, it's just, you know, that era of like, you know, I think, let me just this. Let me draw it out. This is his head, right? All right. Now this is his ears. He has a more defined, you know, jawline, you know, yeah, but it don't matter. Basically, like his hair now looks like this. You know? Right? But back in the day in high school, it used to look like this. From this to this. But I still recognized it. I recognized him. I mean, my hair stayed the same. You know, thank God for my dad's strong hair genetics. I mean, his stuff is like, you know, receding, but hey, you know, that's what happens when you grow older. But I still recognized him. He didn't say hi once. Did not say hi once. Wild. Nah, I keep laughing. He ain't here. He ain't here. We good. We good. He yelled at me in Spanish and SAT prep. Made me cry like a bitch. Matter of fact, this is my revenge. You might not think I'm cool anymore, but your hairline is receding. So yeah, you want to yell at me for sitting next to you? I'm sorry. I just wanted friendship, man. I just wanted friendship. I just wanted to be your friend. But instead, you yelled at me in front of everybody. An SAT prep. You didn't have to do that, man. Didn't have to be so mean. I wasn't trying to be your boyfriend or nothing. I was just trying to be friends. I was trying to be cool. I was trying to be chill. Get some laughs. It's the fact that I drew a demonstration. I mean, yeah, I did. I kind of did, didn't I? Like he was 24, but he was 24, but he had the hairline of a stressed out dad in his 40s. Like this is that is the hairline of a man who's been through a divorce or two, who's had to pay for braces. It's the fact that I drew. I mean, well, you know, like how else am I supposed to like, you know, visualize, you know, help visualize the hairline, you know? And you know, it's kind of weird. The weirdest thing about this man is that he's always been in and out of a relationship. Like he's always had like a girlfriend or something. His girlfriend was like my dad's. Oh man. Oh Jesus. Jesus. And he smokes like a chimney. Man. He's a proper geezer. Proper geezer, ain't he? You know? Sorry. I'm so sorry. put in work at the 9 to 5, and then go to the pub for a beer and some footy. Pub with the lads. Sorry. I could not resist. I could not resist. I'm too. My brain's too rotted by the internet. And when you talk about, yeah, but no, it's, man, we're Scottish. We're Scottish. Come on, man. Don't compare me. Don't ye compare me to these goddamn Brits. Don't ye compare me to those Protestant bastards. Sorry. Yeah, no, like, I mean, I'm just angry. I hold grudges. I know I shouldn't. Quite frankly, I'd live longer if I didn't. But I don't know. It's like moments like these that impact your childhood. They stay with you, man. They just do. You know? Like, I'm 25, and I'm still mad about middle school. I haven't seen any of these people in years, and I'm still mad. It stakes with you. The regrets, but you can't change them. And I think that's the most painful part, just accepting that you can't change them. You can't change the past, no matter how much you want to. No matter how painful the memories are. And they hurt like hell, man. They do. They really do. Scotland. You have a lot of embarrassing stories from school? Me too. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure I have more embarrassing moments than you do. Matter of fact, I'll put the cards on the table. I'll tell you one embarrassing story from my school years. Alright, so, freshman year of high school, I was 13, possibly 14, most likely 13 because I started school very early. Not early, a year early. I was a December baby, I was born on December 3rd, 1999. And that meant that my birthday was very late in the year. And so, while all my friends were like, I think, 12. What, you have more? Psh, nah, bro. Let's go then. Embarrassing story for embarrassing story. Band for band. First one. Okay, so freshman year of high school. I was 13 years old. Everyone else, most of my other friends were 14, but that doesn't matter. Basically, there was this girl at gym class, and I thought she was very pretty. And basically, I only ever see her in gym class, and I was too nervous to basically talk to her, because, well, one, we were in the middle of gym class, and two, I didn't, it's like, I didn't want to get in trouble with the gym teachers. And basically, one day, I arrived to school early, and normally I just chill in the cafeteria, sketch, maybe go up to the library, get some books, some comics. But then I noticed the pretty girl from gym class was right there. Oh my god. I was just, it's like, she's right there. And then, I thought, it's like, this is my chance, you know, maybe I can, talk to her and get her to like me. And maybe she could be my girlfriend or something. Which, fat chance, but um, I went up to her and I was so nervous, but I started talking to her anyway. And basically, you know, after we got past the, hi, my name's Jacob, nice to meet you, after the awkward handshake, I was like, do you like comic books? And, she was like, no. And I kept answering that question over and over and over like an idiot. And then it came to a point where she's like, for the fifth time, no, I don't like comic books. And then I was like, okay. And then I just stood up, went back to my table, and just pretended that didn't happen. And that was embarrassing story number one. Embarrassing story number two. I was very young, very dumb. I was still in high school, but there was this girl that I also liked. Her name was Minar, and essentially, I thought, hey, it's like she was. The one thing that I liked about Minar, despite the fact that she had a very curvy body, was that she was very outspoken and opinionated, and she had confidence that I was attracted to, and essentially, I was talking and talking and talking to her, and then essentially, uh, lunchtime was about to arrive, and I thought, hey, this could be my chance to get some experience under my belt. And I asked her, hey, would you like to go to the Halloween dance with me? And then she immediately looked at me and said, yeah, I'm gay. And I was like, oh, okay. Then I immediately started to back up away slowly, and she's like, hey man, it's okay. It's like, yep, no, that's great. Then I started, backing up way more. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna go to lunch now. And I started just running out of pure embarrassment. It was just bad. And the worst part is I kept on, like, I still had a giant crush on her. I still followed her around like a baby duck. It was pathetic. Oh man. Another one. Another one. What's another embarrassing high school story? What's another one? I mean, don't worry about it. I was like 15 or 16. That was like 11 years ago. It don't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. You probably forgot about it. Yeah, it does. But you can't change it. You can't. Yeah, it does. No matter the age. You can't change it. My God. Um, what's another embarrassing story? There was a time that I took a dump in the gray bus on my way back from a school trip, and I thought the smell of the toilet. The toilet was given like some special water, right? Like essentially, the water was, the water smelled like, like grapes and stuff. And I thought, hey, that could mask my bodily waste. And it didn't. And yeah, and it didn't. And everyone, like, found out, and I was like, oh, Jacob, what the hell? Like, even my mom joined in. It was like, oh, why did you do that? And then basically I was like, I was kind of like, I just stayed silent for the rest of the ride home back in middle school. That was pretty bad. Not to mention there was also that one time where, like, on my the the class was about to end, right? And yep, class was about to end, and like, essentially, it was high school. Like, I was in a specialized high school. Like, my parents were really, like, on my case grade wise, and essentially, the like, the teacher was like on like a was almost this close to ending her class. But then, I raised my hand and I was like, hey, miss, do you have any assignments that I need to do? And she was like, you know what, actually, yeah, I thank you for the reminder. And the entirety of the class just looked at me. It's like, you motherfucker, why? And I was like, and like, it's like, before, like, it was like 5 seconds before my mind could register, like, oh no, oh god, no, I did it again, didn't I? Oh man. It's like, in my mind, it's like, bro, it's like, what do you want me to do? My parents, they're immigrants. They, like, I had to, make sure, like, that like, that my assignments were done. Like, if I told them that I had no homework, they believe that I'd be lying. Hey, I didn't mean to be that kid, okay? I was that kid by necessity, okay? I needed to be that kid, so that way I wouldn't disappoint my parents, okay? Bro, I can't even judge. I think I was that kid too. Exactly, Maddie. Exactly. See, Maddykins gets it. She gets the struggle of growing up in a immigrant household. You know? College class at the same time we were in high school. Yup. Man. I think I had that put for middle school. Also, amazing rendering. Why, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the compliments. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for the kindness. This stuff is hard for me because, it's like muddy colors. I don't want the colors to be muddy. Yeah, but, I was that kid in college. No, high school. Because, well, it's like, I think the most stressful, predominantly Hispanic area, though, your parents weren't immigrants, just incredibly strict. Oh, I mean, I don't know. You don't need to like have like immigrant parents that just have strict parents. My parents were strict too. I remember Bailey like essentially like a yeah, dude. Values and color theory. That's it's like I remember like I'm like it's like I was showing off like one thing that I made, and a artist is like, hey, it's like, where'd you get your colors from? This is really fascinating. And then like basically it's like just I told them I don't know where I get the colors, and quite frankly, like whenever I'm working with colors, I'm kind of like Tim Robinson from I Think You Should Leave. It's like I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm scared. I don't know. I just pray to God that I don't get the colors wrong, and for some reason it consistently works. I don't know why. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm scared. pick and pray. Yes, I just pick and pray, man. Pick and pray. It's like, I know God got me. You know? Yeah, but no, it's like, I remember parent teacher conference, parent teacher day. Oh, that was hard for me. Because essentially it's like, I'd come home from school, and my parents would call me out, and they just bring out the report card and be like, well, what's this? It's like, what? I'd be like, what? I didn't fail anything. You got 65, you got 75, you know? It's like, son, barely passing is still failing. Well, you think these colleges are gonna care? You got a 65 or a 75 in algebra? No. And it's just like, and every time, like, they would, like, I'd be in these conversations, like, it would feel like as if the gravity was, like, intensifying in my area. I felt like I was sinking into the floor. B was a conversation in our house. Man. C was a death sentence. I don't mean to. U.S., United States. All right. My mother is calling me. Give me a second. I will be right back. Join. See? Yeah. Okay, that was my mom. Uh, okay, so basically, I think in a while, not now, but in a while, I'm going to have to basically help out with the kitchen, specifically with the sweet potatoes, but not now. I think we still have some time, still quite a bit of time. Okay, U.S. by the way, I don't know if that matters. I mean, okay. I mean, I don't know. It's a wild question to ask. Hopefully that I don't cross any boundaries. But Maddie, you wouldn't happen to be, say, like, Asian or something? Because I kind of like, I've that's kind of like the meme on the internet, like from like Asian kids, where it's like, you know, B was a conversation in our house and C was a death sentence. Like, it's like that's, I don't know. It's like I kind of expect that from like say, like Asian households, you know. Like not just like South Korean or like Chinese. It's like a like like Indian, you know, a lot of like overachievers in that area. Quite a few of like the kids in the honor roll were like from that area. I think I had a old high school buddy. His name was Wen Chen, sweetest guy ever. Smart as like smart as like smart as smart can be. He was just Dad was interesting to say the least. Gone now, thankfully. Wow. Okay. I mean, okay. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna weigh on that. I don't know what that means. You know. But like a lot of kids in my in the honor roll, like I was in the honor roll briefly, and a lot of kids in that in that you know in that place were very were of we're Asian. I was kind of like the only like Afro Latino kid there, and like I don't mean to be I don't mean to be rude, and hopefully I this isn't me like going into negative stereotypes. And then again, quite a few of like the Asian friends I had were also pretty bad with math too, and academics as a whole. So I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I'm kind of just glad that I don't have my parents don't constantly compare me to like my other like my other like relatives. I have a cousin who is a software engineering manager at Google, and I have another cousin who is an accountant. Yeah, like my my old high school buddy when that kid was valedictorian. The most the like he was like the like the most highest achieving kid at our school. Yeah, man, it's a good thing. Also, it's also my like I don't know. I think I have a lot of like high achieving relatives. Like my sister right now, like she's at Yale. You know, she's like studying like public health, like politics at Yale, and like honestly, it's like they have so many opportunities for comparison, and for some reason they don't. Yeah, yeah, it is, but it's like hey, when you're like it's parents, they don't exactly know what to do. It's like they don't exactly like they're human beings and they screw up sometimes on like massive on a massive scale. But yeah, no, I agree. It's not exactly the best way to go when you have a child. Man, no, but yeah, no, like a lot of people in my family, high achievers, high achievers. Not no, actually not a lot of high people, only a select few. I think I barely see them anymore though. That's because they're busy. It is a struggle. I mean, I think the one thing to do is like just not compare yourself to these people, to like those people, like to the people in your family. Probably are going through their own struggles, but yeah, no, it's like, and apparently like yeah, my Google engineer cousin, like he doesn't exactly want to do this Google thing for a while. Like, in a while, he wants to be a teacher, which is just like, wow, okay, that's kind of wild. He's just firing on all cylinders, and it's like, it's easy to kind of feel a bit inadequate. But you gotta just remember, it's like the biggest hater is yourself. You know what I'm saying? The biggest player hater is yourself. Just remember that. Also, I don't mean to be gross. I don't need to be needy. But if you could like and subscribe, that would be neat. That'd be awesome. Please. Please do. I'd like to get to 50. 50 subscribers would be a nice, like it would be, is a goal of mine. I'd like to start small, then big up, and then like, build up. Frankenstein, Dr. Frankenstein's taking a bit too long. Was lurking there for a bit there before I commented. It's like, thank you. Do I have a Twitter? X? Yes, it is. Yeah. I have Twitter and the link is in my in the description. The Instagram and the Twitter description. I need some reference. I can't just eyeball this. Give me a second. Alright. There we go. Alright, now we're fully operational. Oh, perfect. I should have checked that first. Holy shit, man. This stuff rocks. Thank you. Thank you. Normally, I don't really get a lot of people on my Twitter or Instagram. Honestly, getting any traction on those sites alone is just it's like a Sisyphusian task, man. It's like, try to put yourself out there. You work for so long on a piece, no one cares. And the cycle just so, was so constant and never ending. It's like at this point I was like, man, what's the point? Man, what's the point? Man, it's pointless. You're telling me Yeah, man, it is brutal, endless and brutal. God, these tech nerds, bro. Yeah, it is. I don't know. It's like it's. I feel like the algorithm is just like it's the algorithm. It's like it's okay. So basically, when it comes to social media, it's like it doesn't exactly matter like the quality of the content. It what matters is essentially kind of like is engagement and how long you can keep people like like you can keep you can keep people on the social media platform. So yeah, that is honestly yeah. I could think one of the big things about like being creative, you're gonna have to essentially be okay with your stuff not having an audience for a long time. Like you're gonna have to essentially just like even with streaming, like for a while, I was streaming to like absolutely nobody. Like honestly, this people showing up, people like reacting to what I was doing. This is entirely new to me. Like I'm serious. Like not that long ago, I was just talking to myself like a maniac. You know, and honestly, I was like saying like, and I was like using a couple of like I was telling myself like multiple things like it's like hey, it's okay that you're streaming to nobody. You can like say the most like vile stuff, and no one could like no one can call you out on it. You can or you can like just use this as a tool to keep yourself accountable, or like or the things that athletes do, like when they're looking at their like plays or themselves on the field. It's like okay, I can essentially look at this and like pick apart my pick apart my tactics or techniques. It's like what's wrong with this? What's wrong with that? Anything to kind of like cope with the fact that it's like it's like with this nagging voice in my head that's it that's saying like I'm making a fool out of myself. This is going nowhere. What are you doing? Oh boy, this is on the wrong it's it's like trying to find joy in this is a it's hard. Great. All of this on the wrong tab. It's just wild, amazing. I love it. Yeah, but no, it's just it's a climb. It's a long, lengthy climb, and it's hard. And yeah, but thank you. You know, exactly. You're gonna have to be okay with like it's it's like to the path to success is a long one. It's a long and arduous path that is filled with failure. You know, it's just filled with failure. And honestly, failure is necessary. You're gonna have to learn from it. And also, Maddie, if you like what you see, please like and subscribe and follow me on my social media platforms. That'd be great. I know I sound like a sellout, but You know, gotta play the game. Please. Thank you. Danke. Alright. Retweeted an art piece. Wait, what? Well, what did you retweet? Oh, the stay at the studies? Thank you. You know, this was from I was trying to challenge myself. I was trying to essentially kind of like try to get one art study done per day, and yeah, it was, and essentially like one person, your art's very outdated. I mean, yeah, I like to see it. Hold on. Yeah, I don't think it's that bad. Yeah, it's like it's 2 years ago, but in the end, it's still pretty good. I like some of your stuff. I like the Rosalina in the kimono. That's really cool. I'm also a big fan of it's like also a big fan of I think oh the Mer is that I like your Team Fortress 2 concept. Yeah, no, it's like if your art's outdated, then you can fix that. Just keep doing it, keep making it, keep grinding, dog. Keep grinding. It's like, what, you think Arnold Schwarzenegger became Mr. Olympia by just sitting around? No. He lifted weights. He put heavy stuff up and down consistently for many, many years. He kept himself on a diet. He consumed mad protein. He also, used a lot of, HGH, but that's what you gotta do to be a champion, Plus, plus all the other bodybuilders were doing it anyway, so whatever, bro. That's what you gotta do. Grind. Stay on the grind, bro. Stay on the grind. And if your art's outdated, no problem. Just keep making more. Matter of fact, hold on. I gave you a follow. Hey man, post that whip. Post it. Post it. but you're gonna have to be okay with it not popping off. You know? It's like every time I go out and stream, you have to, you know, it's like, you're gonna have to be okay with it, you know, not popping off like you hoped it would. Maybe you will. Do it. Do it. Listen to me. Post it, but you gotta be okay with it not popping off. Okay? You gotta be okay with that. Sometimes you gotta take some L's, take some spills. You know, when you're like when you're riding a bike, you might take a spill, you might cry, you might kick the bike out of frustration, but you gotta get back on it and you gotta keep riding it. Okay? That's what I did. After crying, stupid bike, I'd run away. I'd come back, wipe the tears from my face, keep riding it. Kick it, and come back and ride it. What you gotta do. Matter of fact, hold on. Let's see your channel. Let's see your channel. Maddie, you have 2 subscribers. This is actually coming together a little bit. Soul Moth. Moths are attracted to light. Soul mouth. Okay, so I have to paint over this. Wait, so Maddie Kins, are you still in school, or like, are you an adult? If you don't mind me asking. Because a lot of my a lot of a lot of people who come here are like, they're like still in school. Honestly, that's kind of like new to me. You know, I never really had like, you know, I never really think I'd be the type of person to like attract like people who are like, you know, like the youth. And I don't think I am, you know. It's just, you're 28 this month, going back to school for teaching. All right. I'm 25. I am going back because of my job as a after-school counselor. So what are you going to teach, Maddie? How are you going to mold the minds of the future? Because honestly, what I think you're doing is like a very noble job, especially like in, you know, in these times, with like, you know, everything happening to like the Department of Education, you know. No, not counseling, not therapy counseling. Like I'm being a, you know, summer camp counseling. It's like that, but for after school. That's my job. It's not as cool as you think it is. I'm not a therapist. In fact, I need a therapist. You want to teach from kindergarten to, okay. From K to second? That's great. Honestly, I don't know. I feel like middle school, it's like the kids are like reaching puberty, and it's like they get volatile and violent. Trust me, middle school is just, it's just a lot. It's a lot. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm, yeah, they do. 10-year-olds scare me. You know, it's I literally seen like a kid literally assault like a substitute teacher because like, the substitute teacher took away her phone. not to mention, like, it's like how boys can, like, it's like they can like, get a bit too, like, a bit too fresh with the female teachers. Yeah, that doesn't exactly. Yeah, I think I'm kind of drifting towards that age, where it's like I don't get kids these days. I always thought it'd be like around like 35. I didn't think it'd be that soon, honestly. It's like, these kids with their skibbity and their Phantom Tax and their Duke Dennis. Damn. Your grandmother's a cleaner. You've heard our porn stories. Would you like to share one of them? If you're comfortable. Them with their Riz and their Skibbity and their Big Chungus. I don't understand the youth anymore. I mean, if you're comfortable, it's all up to you. Yeah, 5 to 9. Honestly, yeah, yeah. I feel like they kind of like it's like they don't exactly get like it's like they're not exactly taught like what good behavior looks like, and essentially sometimes like it's like the parents are so stressed and they don't exactly have time to basically like to kind of like be parents, and it just causes this cascading effect of like just like my kid it's like the kid it's like is having like just trouble behaving and making friends because of like because of what's happening at the home, and then the teachers have to deal with it, not to mention some of the other kids, and it's a whole thing. Or sometimes like the it's like they just spoil the kid too much, and now we kind of have to deal with the monster that they've created. Damn, literal literal poop in the toilet brush holder. Nah, I'm sorry. Nah. Yo. See if that happened. Nah, I'm holding an assembly. It's like, which one of you? Who did this? Who did this? I don't know what you get away with at home. It's obvious. Most of you have. I've heard of poop in urinals. I've heard I've heard of kids shitting in the urinals. You know, fetuses in bins. Damn, wow. That's crazy. Like, nah. Fetuses in bins. What kind of animals are we? If that's still happening, if that is still happening, bro, I'd be just like, yo, what kind of animals are we raising? What is happening to the youth of our society? It's like, damn. See, nah. That's why I'm afraid. That's why I'm kind of afraid to become a father for both genders. Because essentially, it's like, it's like I'm scared for my son. Because, like, it's like I hear horror stories in school. Like, actually, no. I've heard like horror stories of like teachers, like, like getting frisky with like their younger male students. I've heard of like girls getting pregnant, and it's like, God damn! I was like, do I, should I bring my kid into this? I don't think I have the change or the mental fortitude to homeschool them. But I don't think should I do this? I don't know if I should do this. It's like, also, and you know what? No. Speaking of which, I have another story. I have another story. I have another school story. Okay, now, hold on to your hats. This is a fucking doozy. All right, so in high school, I had this friend. Let's call him John, right? I'm not gonna say his actual name, cause, well, And basically, me and John would hang out in the morning of every school year, right? No, not in the mornings of every school day, right? And we'd like, we'd shoot the shit, we'd hang around, we'd be dumb teenage boys, you know. And then, over time, as the years went by, we'd kind of like we'd see each other in each other. We'd see each other less and less and less and less. And then there was a point where I just didn't see him at all. And I was like, what's up with that? And then I heard that quite a few people, like from quite a few people, that John was planning on basically shooting up our graduation. And the authorities found out. And from then on, the last part of my high school career changed. I remember one day one day we had shooter drills, which is basically, we just, we, in the case of a shooting, we turned the lights off in our class. We'd all go to one specific corner of the room so that the shooter wouldn't see us, and we'd just be quiet. I mean, granted, it was a drill. We didn't take this seriously, but in the end, it's like, I can't help but think it's like, wouldn't this backfire? Like, what couldn't the shooter just shoot the doorknob kick his way in, and like he'd find us, like he'd find us in the corner just cowering, and at this point it'd just be like fish in a barrel. But in the end, it's like I haven't seen him again, like not once. I mean, I've asked him, like I have some classmates who went to the same college that I did, and I asked about him, and like it's like it wasn't exactly like it wasn't exactly anything good, and it's like I still think about it, you know. And honestly, it's like I feel like I don't know. I don't want to say it's my fault because like I was just like a kid. I was a teenager at that time, but it's like I obviously know that it's like these shootings or stuff like this like happens because well it's like the mental of that person in that moment was not good, you know. And it's like of course like he got caught before anything bad would happen, but like it's I hope that he gets the help that he gets the help that he needs, and I hope that he's okay. But it's like when I think back to that to that specific moment in my life, I'm like, damn, that could have happened. You know? And it's like some kids they never get a warning, you know? It's like they don't get like a hey, I always liked you, don't come to school tomorrow. It's like it just like it was just wild. Yeah, no. But yeah, no, it's like I mean, hopefully the kids are gonna be alright. I mean Chat GPT is a huge problem. Granted a lot of them will be incentivized to cheat on their homework. Because well, in the end, who likes homework anyway? I never liked homework. Honestly, I remember doing homework like literally like at the end of the day I would stay behind. While my friends were outside hanging out, I would stay behind and I would do homework because I didn't want to do it at home. I always thought that it's like home should just be for relaxing. Why am I here? Like like why are you giving me homework? It's lame ass homework. What you think coming here isn't stressful enough with your constant assignments? Nah, I got this. But yeah, no. I hope the kids are gonna be alright. But yeah, no, that's my story. Also, I think a lot of the teachers, they're underfunded. They don't get enough support when it comes to when it comes to dealing with the kids, especially with special needs kids. There's a kid that I have to deal with. His name is Foster. No, not Foster. His name is Carter, right? And he's a special needs kid, right? And essentially, throughout summer programming, he has never once had a paraprofessional with him, which is concerning, seeing as how one, he's obviously on the spectrum. Two, I'm on the spectrum too, but there's it's a spectrum. I know it's like some people, some people are autistic, and you could never tell, because essentially they seem so well, they seem so well balanced. They seem not I'm saying that autistic people aren't well balanced. They seem so they seem to catch up on social cues. They seem to basically mask well. But others, not really. And the kids that I deal with, some of the kids, they can't. And it really affects with their ability to make any friends. And it's just sad. mean, I kind of needed extra help in school. You know, I also had like therapy outside of school. You know, I think, yeah, yeah, no, but it's like it's autistic like my brother. Yeah, it's good to know that I'm not the only one here. Now, where's the second one? The aut- the Autistic Brother Club. I mean, I always had trouble with socializing. All right, so I think layer duplicate. Yeah, yeah. That is actually pretty sad. And I feel like that's fueling like this whole incel epidemic. You know, it's like a lot of young men feel like they're kind of like, you know, they feel like they're not good enough or desirable. You know, they, yeah. And it's like they've tried to make connections, but every time they do, it's like bad things happen and they're excluded. And it just feeds this, you know, it just feeds this isolation, and it feeds like this, you know, resentment towards society. And like that's how we get, you know, that's how we get like, you know, these, you know, these shootings. That's how we get these incels, you know. And you know, honestly, it's like if we can, just give these men a space where they can like work on their social cues and like learn how to like socialize and make themselves put themselves in a situation where they're not rigid. They don't have to like they don't have to feel like they're like they're hated or they're isolated. Exactly. Exactly. The first 5 years of a child's life will directly impact how they are as an adult. Exactly. And they need to, it's like they need to, be put in an environment where like it's like they need a lot more help, and it's imperative that we kind of like give them the tools to like be a socially productive, be a socially healthy and mentally healthy adult in the age of today. Oh man. Because sometimes like the way that we treat these young boys and men, it's just sad. Like we never give them a one word of encouragement. Not one. Not one. And that's just crazy to me. And it's like I say all this, but I don't know. It's like the way I kind of like act in like my job. It's like, it's like I feel like I fall into the same traps. And it's like, I honestly think I'm honestly glad that I'm not a teacher sometimes, because I feel like it's like they need better than me, you know. But that's neither here nor there. Man, I'm not like a monster or nothing. I'm just saying it's like sometimes it's like I'm thinking it's like what can a professional do? You know? They just need someone that sees them and tries. Yeah, I hear some wild stories, bro. It's like essentially I've heard like like essentially I have a coworker who's trying to be a paraprofessional, and essentially he the school the the school that we do summer program in, like essentially in the school year, someone caught like two middle school age children having intercourse in the staircase, and I'm like, this is insane. What? Like, no, bro, you're like, these kids are like what, 11 to 13, and they're already like doing like just stuff like that. Like, no, it's like, dude, Back when I was 13, I was obsessed with Spider-Man in Marvel movies, in Avengers, in stop motion. It's like, be a kid. You're doing all of this stuff to prove that you're. For what? What are you doing this for? And it just goes to show, it's like, it's like people can talk about how much they care about kids, but it's like, if you really care about kids, then why are we still, why are we still dealing with situations like this these days? It's like, bro, why are you doing that in the staircase? Be a kid. Be a kid. Honestly, I remember back in the day. Hi, my back. How is everyone? We're good. I remember back in the day, the kids that would pick on me would get on my case about how I'll never like get a girlfriend or yeah. And it's like, I don't get the rush to grow up. I don't get it. It's like some of the people in my some of my old classmates are bullies. Or like, it's like, you'll never get a girlfriend. You'll never, you'll never, have sex. But it's like, bro, I'm I'm 13. If I did this, if I actually did what you were talking about, it'd be illegal. Not to mention, it's like, teen pregnancies, is just, I don't know, a lot of baking, then a little bit of drawing. There should be more drawing. More drawing. But no, like, it's like, I look back on these, like, on these insults, like, yeah, of course, like, I'm 13. Why would I want to have sex at this age? You know? Honestly, at 13, that stuff should be the last thing on your mind. See what Madara is doing? He's like 16. That's good. You're being a 16-year-old. You're inviting your friends over. You're gonna play some games. Go online, play some, I don't know, Call of Duty or Overwatch or Roblox, Minecraft. That's the time to do that. I don't know what you're talking about with I don't know what these kids are doing. With all this, all this sex stuff, man. That's ridiculous. I'm gonna stretch a little bit. Just give me a second. Yeah, but you know, I feel like, hmm, I don't want to say we should control what they consume, but I feel like with the internet, I feel like that's when parents have to get more involved. You know, it's like, I feel like my parents did the right thing, kind of did the right thing, when they gave me my smartphone at the age of 14. It was like a little crappy little T-Mobile phone. All right. Marvel's Capcom with the boys. That sounds awesome. All right. Where am I? Wait, Batman Origins? Yeah. Wait, wait, Mater, are you talking about Arkham Origins? Yeah, I was like 14 with that. No, I was 13 when that thing came out. Oh man, I was so stoked on that thing. I thought it was cool, the coolest thing ever. Especially that cinematic with Batman and Deathstroke, with the fight at the docks. Deathstroke had that sword, and he was, you know, just yeah. And Batman was, you know, just like blocking the sword blows with the triangle blade. That was badass. fast, and the song and the music, the score was just, I don't know, it was so cool. Like, bah, 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 bah. Man, I was such a spaz, dude. Have I seen your art of Silver Surfer yet? It's on the Discord, right? It's probably in Ryan's Discord. Works in progress. You know what? If you want, you can essentially just like well, no, finished pieces. Oh yeah, I've seen it. I love the Kirby Crackle. Well done. You have a Discord and Reddit. How does Dan do this? How does Dan stream for hours at a time, dude? I think I heard parts of my body crack that I've never heard crack before. I'm scared. Whew, boy. Yeah, of course. I'm very happy with my Silver Surfer drawing. It's actually a pretty small drawing, but the Kirby Crackle, which I've never done before, was so fun. I mean, Kirby Crackle in general is super fun to do. Like it's fun to do, and not to mention it gives like
Whoa, it helps. It gives off an energy to like whatever you're drawing. Like I have the entirety of no, not the entirety. I have the New Gods book and Jack Kirby's Mr. Miracle book. I mean, I gotta get some coffee, but I want to come back. And if you aren't streaming, let me know how I can keep up with y'all. Okay, Maddie, if you want to keep up, just subscribe, ring the bell. If you're subscribed to me, like obviously, like you'll get a notification that I'm streaming. So, and I could, I think I have, I think, you know, yes, people encouraging each other is just a powerful thing, of course. I think we need to encourage each other more, especially with all the nonsense that's been happening with AI. We need to we need to emphasize the value of human creativity. When AIR came out, like I thought it was cool, but then I realized like this was like essentially just like it just felt like we were giving up on like human ingenuity and creativity. Like I'm not against AI, but like it's like at this point it's like I don't know, it's like why do we need AI to do art? Well, we can't have this thing help map out galaxies or protein fold or do some cool sci-fi stuff. We have to no. It's like to live in a world where most creativity is generated by basically a machine or an algorithm is is not a world that I'd like living in at all. So yeah, no. Any space. If I could create a space that encourages human creativity, then I am I am for it. Yeah, yeah, I might I think in a couple minutes I might like end this. Okay, so you know what? Okay, so Maddie Doodles is her ex. Mary Doodles. That is her ex. I posted it in the chat. She already did too, but I'm just saying it to get the word out. If you want to follow her, be sure to do so. She has some pretty good stuff. She doesn't post often, but she should do so. She should post more. But this is great. I specifically like her Pikmin sketches. These are awesome. This is great. Like I like how you basically like take Pikmin and like put actual flowers on their heads. Like one's a sunflower. I'm not a botanist, but I like it's really good. Yeah. I mean, Madara Sabe, it wouldn't hurt to just like have a visit. Just visit. See what's on there. Maybe get inspired for your next drawing. In a couple minutes, I might just put the kibosh on this stream. She also has a Discord. put the kibosh on this stream because, well, I have to, you know, do kitchen duties. Yes, keep using those art muscles. Have a great day. And I think later on today, I might come and finish this. You know? And this is something that I'm really proud of. She speaks English too, but you know what? I'll relay the message. Later on, we'll do this. Yes. Based off of Kentaro Miura's Berserk. And later on, I will finish this, finish Guts, and then work on Skull Knight. I'm obviously going to have to kind of like, you know, make, like, I'm not sure where this is gonna go, but it's obvious that, yes, it's obvious that this is going to turn into like a project of mine. Basically just I'm going to put Skull Knight in the background. Then who knows? I might even put like a God Hand or two. And this will be like a portfolio piece. I'm actually kind of like excited for this. Like, it's kind of funny. This started like the greatest manga artist of all time, Kentaro Miura. May the Lord rest his soul. Because this started off as a sketch, right? Over here. This is where that thing came from. And like, and it just became, I had an idea and it exploded and it became like, you know, it just became this, you know. So obviously we're gonna come back to this later on tonight, but right now I am going to need a break from this stream that I did, and I need some time to do some housework. So, thank you all. This has been a stream, and I hope you enjoyed it. This is Jacobo Emiliano, Jacob, J. Emiliano Jr., or J-E-J-R, signing off. I'll be back with another stream later on tonight. But until then, be sure to like, be sure to comment, subscribe, you know. Help me support the channel. Help me out in this algorithm. I really want to get to 50 subscribers. That way I can live stream myself. I can able to live stream like my more traditional stuff. All right. Thank you for coming. Thank you for giving my channel a chance. I'll see you on the